in the year 2020, March. And we are marching towards total martial law ever so slowly. I'm curious. Can you guys let me know how my volume is? Leave it in the chat because I'm watching. How's my volume? How is my volume? Okay, so nobody can hear me or just nobody's answering? Dude. Leave that like, thank you. Mike's a dick. All right, here we go. All right, we got volume. Good. What's up? Thank you, Randy Rose. What's up, brother? What is up, Teresa C? What is up, Beth from Oklahoma? Don Ebinger. If you're watching this afterwards, you can skip by this, but you know what? I'm going to say hello to my subs, if that's okay with whomever has an issue with it. 5x5, good volume. Hear you fine. Good. Nice. Indie Gal, what's up? Truth Seeker, what is up? Enigma, what is up? Roasted Scorpion, what is up? Okay, so for all you guys that have been sending me so very many links, I appreciate it, but do me a solid. Don't send me any other YouTube channel links. I don't need them. I won't watch them, and you will end up in spam. Even if you start the email off with, I know you don't like YouTube videos, but here's one anyways. That I wish there was a double spam for that, but there isn't, so whatever. What is up, Joe? How's it going in Boston? But I already know the answer. I just talked to Boston, so check this out. Mike Decker is a straight-up witness. He's been here all week because it's his house. It's a weird thing. At any rate, I have gotten so much information coming through my emails, it is off the hook. And I'll tell you what, unlike some others, I've been incredibly diligent with what I post on YouTube, period. Now, for instance, see this? This is going to take a minute, if I can even find it. I don't know if I can find it. Can I find it? Oh, I don't know if I can. I got so many things open right now. Give me 1 second. Chat amongst yourselves. Here, I'm gonna put it where I can find it. I think I'm good. Put it right here. I should be able to pull it up. You see? Hold on. You see? That's nothing. All right. Why is this so problematic? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I got a lot of windows open. Oh, it's right here. My bad. Okay, you see this? You see this particular story? Well, Luke Radowski from We Are Change decided to run this, and it's saying U.S. military commanders they're in Cheyenne Mountain. They went to NORAD, and they sealed themselves off because of the coronavirus pandemic. Well, here's the deal. Coronavirus is simply a cold, not a big deal. So they're not afraid of that at all. And it's only in the Daily Mail. I couldn't find it anywhere else, so I didn't run it. Do you know why? That would be considered fear porn. There's no time for fear porn right now. There's time to wake up because this is happening all around us right now. Let's take a peek at this map right here, okay? And I'm aware. Before you guys start typing it, I'm well aware. Let's see what we got right here. What's this one? Wow, I got a lot of things open, man. Stand by. Let's do this real quick. I don't know why this isn't opening, but whatever. Stand by. Okay. My screen. Here we go. You see this? I would really love to know why every channel isn't running this article from the New England Journal of Medicine, because that is literally one of the books in the Bible for doctors. How about that? It's one of the books in the Bible for doctors. And on the 26th, Dr. Fauci, the little creepy guy that tells Donald Trump that we need to extend the social distancing thing in the United States for another 30 days. He's the guy that tells Trump all that stuff. And yet he just wrote an article 4 days ago that literally says this is nothing more than a cold with a 0.1% death rate. What's the death rate of this, Dr. Fauci? 0.1. 0.1. That's a really, really, really small amount. And yet nobody's telling anybody about it. Nobody's talking about it. It is literally the smoking gun. And these elites know that you'll listen to the television as opposed to reading for yourself. I mean, it's not even a full page. It's right here. COVID-19 may ultimately be more akin to a severe seasonal influenza which has a case fatality rate of approximately 0.1 rather than a disease similar to SARS or MERS. Okay? So that's what Dr. Fauci, the little troll-looking dude that sits next to Trump when they all do their little press conferences and such, said. So the 26th, he wrote that for his colleagues because they were probably all going, dude, why are you guys locking down the entire world? We all know what this is. And he went, oh, no. Shh. And he gave him the little Illuminati wink. Is that right? Look at like that. And then they went, oh, he said, because we're trying to do this right here. And we're doing it effectively. Now, even with 32 states on the list and more states locking down tomorrow, this is a pretty good piece of America right here. You see what I mean? Utah, not yet. North, South Dakota, not yet. Texas, not yet. Florida, no. But I mean, Florida's easy. Florida's easy. They already set up roadblocks there and screwed up traffic. Massachusetts, New York, all in 95, they already set up traffic. I mean, they set up checkpoints with troops, and troops are still there. Now, here's one thing I got to say. I got to say this because this has to be out there because it is amazing to me. Anytime I bring somebody on my channel and blow them up, they turn into an absolute asshole. Well, we have one of those right now. Myself, Mike Decker, Corbett, Nicholson, ODD, lots and lots of people are figuring this out. People are driving to hotels all over the hospitals all over the world and posting it on Twitter, and it's still up. Nobody's there. They're not overflowing. There's the triage units. Most of them are simply empty. Even people that don't even understand what's going on do understand that they're saying the hospitals are full, but I live near them, and yet they aren't. We're also getting straight up reports from watchdog groups saying Italy totally lied about their numbers. If you don't know about that, go to James Corbett Report, and listen to it. He lays it all out this morning. Thousands and thousands of deaths in Italy, and then suddenly it turns out 88% of those, they might not have been true or real, but almost all of them were elderly people with at least one thing like cancer, influenza, pneumonia, etc. And almost all of them died with the coronavirus, but not because of it. So with all that being said, hospitals are empty. People aren't really dying in mass amounts. 5G is not knocking people down because people aren't dying. I just drove how far is that place? 200 miles round trip?
Yeah, a little.
And talked to people in this town. It's a pretty good sized town in Cody, Wyoming.
Yeah.
All the towns are dead. Massachusetts said the school and business lockdown would be till April 4th. And guess what they did? They pushed it another month. Virginia just locked down their state till June 10th. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can pretend this isn't real just because you can still drive around right now. I did. That's all coming to an end because they're literally passing laws. I've only got copies of 2 of them as of yet. And let me show you them real quick. Well, here's what am I showing right now? Critical. I'm not showing anything. What an asshat. My bad. Stand by. Okay. You see this? Lots and lots of people are getting these. This was just sent to me by whomever. I don't remember. Critical industry employee authorization. People are still receiving these to this day. People are still getting their papers, please, so they can travel. Do you know why? Because this lockdown is going to continue and continue and continue and continue. And now they're doing this. And like I said, I've only got 2 copies of these, but they're still laws. Do you see this? They're passing laws. This was Florida. Am I sharing this? Mike's a terrible butler. Don't. Mike's threatening me. Okay, so this is from. Oh, you're killing me. What am I doing here? Stand by. Hold on. Oh, this is just killing me. Okay, Mike, stop typing next to me. You're freaking me out. Let me do this. Mike's ruining my life. You see this? No, I can't find it. And that's. Hold on, guys. I have so many open. All right. So how many states are locked down? 31 so far. But remember, this is a soft lockdown. They're passing laws and they're still moving troops as we speak. And let me remind you one little thing real quick. I'm a veteran, 11 Bravo, infantry, United States Army, Fort Benning, Georgia, Sand Hill. Strangely enough, that's exactly where Mike went. We didn't go together, but Mike is also infantry, Fort Benning, Sand Hill. The troops that they're bringing in and the people that I'm showing you information from are only doctors, people with some sort of accreditation, or soldiers. Now, there's a lot of people specifically. I'll bring him up in a moment. He's coming. This is going to suck. I didn't want to do this live stream, but I got a funny feeling that old Richie from Boston got had again. Remember Rachel Reenstra, the woman from Hollywood, when I said, I need someone to help me co-host? She showed up and caused all sorts of shit, and yet she's on YouTube talking about conspiracies, but she never got fired. Kind of weird, right? I think that happened again. I'm going to show you that. If I can figure out how to show you this, because I can't find it. Oh, I got it. My bad. All right. See this? This came yesterday from a clerk at the court in the Circuit Court of Florida, 7th Judicial Circuit, Flagler, Putnam, St. John, and Volusia counties. Blah, 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 blah. These are brand new for this. This is the first amended emergency court procedure for COVID-19, this killer virus that, I mean, you can't walk down the street without tripping over an old dead person. So they put this all in place, and Kansas followed right behind, as did Virginia. And here you go, right here. Let's skip over all this because they like to bury things because they know Americans don't have any attention span. Number 1, A, B, C, D, juvenile detention, juvenile shelter, risk protection, Marchman Act, Baker Act, blah, 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 family law. Let's get down to R, where it says seizure of bodily fluids. And let's get right here to S, where it says mandatory vaccination proceedings. And then T, which is enforcement of curfew orders. U, extraordinary writs, with the exception of writs of possession, blah, blah, blah. Now, let me explain something to those that don't quite get it. They don't need any of this because everything that's going on right now is completely illegal. They've shut down the world. And they're slowly squeezing America because America is armed, okay? They can't squeeze the sheep too quick or they'll freak out and jump over the fence. They're doing it very slowly. And we've got people thinking, don't worry about martial law, Richie. Q told us about it. We're good. Don't worry about any of this, Richie. This is Trump draining the swamp. Don't worry about it, Richie. This is them arresting pedophiles. Don't worry about it, Richie. There's an asteroid coming and they care about us and they don't want us all to die. Don't worry about it, Richie. There's really a virus. Everyone's dying. Don't worry about it. It's 5G that's killing everybody, except it isn't killing everybody because they are lying about all the numbers and it's starting to spill over. So they will start locking things down quicker. They will start passing more laws like this that give these stay-at-home orders, etc., teeth. Right now, you can't drive, but I just did. Lots of people are driving. I shouldn't say lots of people. Actually, I won't say lots of people. There are people driving. I'm driving along because it is what it is. They're telling you can't drive. They're shutting down state after state after state after state. And then they're passing laws right behind that so they can enforce these things, give them teeth. Okay, do you see what I mean? Are we good? You got that? You follow? You dig? Okay, let's get rid of that. And let's bring this one up from Kansas. Oh, I don't want to do this, Mike, but I got to, right? I do. I got to. We're going to put somebody fully and totally on blast, and I'm going to explain why. A lot of you people aren't going to like it, but you know what? I really don't care. We've got enough sheep and brainwashed people out there doing damage right now. And then we've got absolute jackasses that are in denial so bad they may as well be in Egypt. State of Kansas locks it down, and then it issues executive order number 20 through 16. And it's more of the same, more of the same. The outbreak in the United States, emergency, they're giving themselves extraordinary powers over you and everybody that you possibly know. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a carbon copy. Now, I haven't got the copy yet from which state just went total retard? Virginia. So check this out. Virginia just completely locked it down until, and I know none of this is real. This is all just complete fear porn. All right, let's get to the heart of the matter. Get ready to hit the thumbs down because I don't care. And get ready to unsubscribe because good for you. For whatever reason, Brandon, the big sib, who only makes one video a week where he's sitting in a room pretending he's talking to a room full of people when it's only his in-laws and his estranged wife and his neighbor. I was there for a week and I met Brandon. And the funny thing about Brandon is he's completely denying any of this. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, I told you the sad thing about this whole thing is it's unfolding. You can see it. The only information you're seeing, I'm getting, is from people that work in the government, in the courthouses, the military, medical. I didn't show you, oh my God, they just locked themselves in Cheyenne Mountain, because I can't back it up. It's from the Mirror. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting this from actual soldiers who are texting me, emailing me, and sending me legit info, okay? Troop movement all around the United States right now, all around the United States, from every single solitary location, they're all MRAPs, Bradleys, and they're all pulling generators. Does anybody remember the blackout cover of The Economist? Because I do. So there's that. Brandon was one of the first people to tell me that he got one of the you can drive your checkpoint paperwork. This is an essential person. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. I met Brandon, and Brandon has serious ego issues. Now, you guys have been telling me that, and I've been responding to the emails for a couple of months going, no, it's just that and the other thing. He does. Same exact thing as Anthony Patch. Anthony used to come on here all the time and for no reason say, I'm not a prophet, but, well, it wasn't like he was responding to someone going, Anthony, you're a prophet. He would just say it all the time. And he also ironed patches onto his elbows, like a professor from Oxford. It is what it is. Brandon, the same thing. If you recall the live stream January 7th, myself, Brandon, Nicholson, and Art from Destiny Lab, I called the pandemic coming next and getting rid of the money, as did Nicholson. Later on in that live stream, Nicholson and I were talking about a very sensitive subject that neither one of us would say anything about in a YouTube video for a year until we spoke to each other, and he finally dragged it out of me, and we talked about it, targeted. Brandon's ego was so big that he had to say, yes, I've been targeted too because I have psoriasis. And I'm like, after that live stream, I listened to it about 3 more times, and I texted him and said, Brandon, have you listened to that? Brandon, have you listened to that? I said, because there's some lessons to be learned. His discernment sucks. It's not why I ever brought him on. I brought him on because at the time, he can read the law, Constitution, all the things that are gone now, and interpret them. When I first started talking about this, it's unbelievable. People that believe in 5G or make videos about 5G, people that believe in Pizzagate, people that believe in chemtrails, that's how this all equates to that. They're just this is all 5G. This is all chemtrails. Well, he's talking about it. This is all law. This is entirely illegal. They have just taken over the world under a fraudulent premise, and they're slowly locking down the country. They're slowly making laws, and they're slowly going to drop the hammer. And it's either people stand up and figure out what's going on and fight, or nothing. They'll come in and take the guns. There'll be a couple of scrimmages here and there because everybody's in the book, but they're all on a different page. And Brandon's even doing worse than that. He's driving around. I thought it was going to be a war zone. Tanks on the... No one's ever said that. Showing troop movements. to people that know what they're seeing, it's a problem. No one ever said there was tanks on the border. They're not there yet, dude. They're not there yet. You see, back when you were cornrowing your hair and emulating your favorite African-American rapper, people like myself and Mike were actually in the military. So when we see military movements all over the place and they're being sent to us by soldiers or veterans, we take note. When you tie this all together, it starts to make sense. There is no law in America. Anything you're seeing on television, anything Trump, anything these people are talking about is all Hegelian dialectic. Look over here. Well, everything continues over here. Every single solitary day, another state locks down, another state locks down, another state locks down. Do you think it was a complete coincidence that Governor Abbott literally pulls up 10,500 infantry soldiers? You see, I wasn't a gangbanger. I was an organized crime associate. I wasn't a gangbanger because I'm a white man, okay? I was never confused about what I was. So put that in your hat and smoke it for right now. But when Governor Abbott called up 10,500 troops, if they were medical units or something to that effect, that would be fine. That would be perfectly fine. But that's not what he did. And the person that sent me this link originally, because my subscribers are phenomenal, the person that originally sent me this link was actually in this particular brigade that Governor Abbott was nice enough to bring up. Do you see this? These are all infantry. Me and Mike were infantry brigade combat team and 176 engineer brigade. Just because they're not parked on the border in tanks, which I don't know anyone that said that, but whatever, you might want to be concerned because infantry, they didn't teach us shit. If we got shot, I know how to put a tourniquet on. You know how to put a tourniquet on?
Oh, yeah.
But they don't teach us medical. They teach us to carry a lot of weight, carry a lot of weapons, be really sneaky, and hit somebody from really far away. By the time they hear the gun shoot, they didn't hear the gun shoot because they're already dead. That's a fact. Okay, so if somebody's scared or somebody wants to stick, I know the law, so I'm going to use the law. The law doesn't matter anymore. But here's the deal. I'm really starting to think it's strange that for someone that didn't make videos, you're constantly making videos now, which is really weird. You're constantly making videos now telling the 16,000 people that follow your channel, this isn't real. Nothing's going on here. And yet all around us right now, the news completely tightens. There is no fear of this. If I was in any type of fear, if there was fear involved, I probably wouldn't be sitting right there. You see that? And I have been for a week, and I probably will be for the remainder of time because it looks like Wyoming is having an emergency meeting and they will be shutting down. But you can still drive. Well, I don't work for a company that literally gives me a pass to go through checkpoints. And if I did work for a company that gave me a pass to go through checkpoints, I'd probably say, wow, we might be in a bit of trouble here because we need a pass to go through checkpoints. You see what I'm saying? Bear this in mind. I have to say this right now because if it wasn't for me introducing him to you, you wouldn't be reading or listening to what he's quacking about because he just keeps putting out videos going, nothing's real, everything's fine, nothing to see here, folks. That's not the case. For the last 6 months, I've been telling you, and I told you, I have no idea why I started making bug out videos, survival videos, etc. But wasn't that timely? Wasn't that timely? When's the last time you seen me say anything about anything? Silver and gold, survival food. That time has come and gone. There's no more. Every single minute we have on YouTube, you better thank your lucky stars because you can bet your ass there's going to be an issue soon, especially when everybody's where they need to be. They aren't yet. They're doing this slowly. It's actually, militarily speaking, it's brilliant. We have to even argue with our own people now, which is unbelievable to me, but that's where we are right now. If you don't understand what's going on, I don't know what to tell you. If you're afraid and you just happen to jump in a car, while this is going on right now, if I had 2 kids, there is no way in the world I would be driving 3 states away to go visit some dude. I would not do that. Period. But that's where we're at. All right. That's all I'm going to say. I unsubscribed from the Big Sib. I'm all set with him. He's in denial. But even worse, he's telling everybody else, everything's fine. We're just going to, it's against the law. They're not, this whole thing is a crime. All of it. The only thing you see happening in government is to keep the sheep calm while they continue to close down more and more of the country, and they continue to pass more and more laws that allow them to enforce those things that they just did. Do you see what I mean? And that's exactly what they're doing. I'm not going to debate any of this shit, man. This is absolutely ludicrous to me. I mean, this is, I didn't want to put this up here, but I wouldn't be surprised. You see this right here? Does anybody remember the old days when they said, let's get to the pastors and we can get them to tell the people to calm down and everything else and blah, blah, blah? This one right here. I don't know why I can't open it up. Stand by. Coming in. We got incoming, Mike. Stand in. Stand by. Stand over. Stand up upside down. I'm trying not to get pissed off, but I am. All right, I can show this. Do you guys remember this? I mean, if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck, the kid had no subscribers. Nobody knew who he was. I bring him on all the time. He finally gets subscribers. But do you remember the secret plan to use pastors as pacifiers in preparation for martial law? That's a tough one, right? That's a harsh one, right? It is. It is harsh. But you know what? That's exactly what he's doing. Suddenly he makes videos every other day now, simply telling you, this is all fear porn. Bitch, I ain't got no fear. I'm good. I'm in a location. I'm easily trackable at any given time, and I'm well aware of it. And I'm telling the exact opposite and proving it with their own documentation, proving it with actual doctors and nurses all over the country, proving it with subscribers going to hospitals, other YouTubers going to hospitals. Nobody's saying everything's fine. This is all just fear porn. It's the news. It's the absolute news, and it's actually the real alternative news. I'm not showing you fear porn. I'm not using fear porn titles. Do you see what I'm saying? So did I get hit? Did I introduce you guys to one of these secret pastors? At this point, right now, I cannot say. And if I did, I'm sorry. But I unsubscribed and walked away. I only had him on here basically for his ability to memorize and repeat, something that you know well I cannot do. But, I mean, if you're going to keep your head buried in the sand, the worst, most poisonous thing you can do right now is do nothing or tell everybody nothing's going on. I have told people, I don't know how many times, to hit your knees through Yeshua, pray to the Father in heaven, and ask him to fill you with the Holy Spirit, because this is absolutely, without a doubt, biblical. Absolutely biblical. And for those people that keep saying, for those that endure to the end, you'll win. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think God turned this earth down here into Hunger Games, okay? For those that do the right thing, you're good to go, I would suspect. But at any rate, whew. I said it. And you know what? If I introduced you guys to someone that is this, because pacifying in preparation for martial law, seriously, could be the case. The kid's got issues. I've never once. How about this? When he came on the channel, he introduced it. I'm going to tell you this because you need to know, because too many, I like the way he giggles and talks and whatever. I liked him too. But the entire time I was around him, he was overly nice, which made no sense. Nobody's nice all the time. He was either insecure or intimidated. But when he started preaching, now you guys have emailed me this a million times. When he started preaching, I never saw somebody so angry, speaking the words of God, and you're angry. You see what I mean? Think about that, or don't, whatever. At any rate, here's this. Enough of that. That's the last time I'm going to address it. Period. Because that's it. I can't believe I just felt he's wasting my time right now. He's wasting my time. If you think where America stands right now, the best thing to do is to leave the state that you're in way down on the bayou and drive away to go visit some dude you met one time. I wouldn't be doing that. Not whatsoever at all. I got out of Massachusetts because everybody I had something to say to, including Mrs. RFB, I can't do anything about it. But they're also not my kids. You see what I'm saying? Slightly different. So there's that. Let me see what I can screen share. Man, that pisses me off. Okay. No clue why everyone isn't running this. Maybe they don't understand what the New England Journal of Medicine is, but this is the guy that's got us social distancing, and the laws to back it up are in the works and showing up in small towns. Troops are on the ground right now in Massachusetts, a bunch of other states, and they're heading your way because they have to. This isn't going to let up. Exactly as predicted. April 4th, schools and businesses open. Oh, we're going to push that to May 4th. Coincidence, huh? Imagine that. That's shocking to me that they're going to string you along exactly as they would need to get people to finally break. And people are basically breaking now. There's no, I mean, in a real world, if this was a real thing and everything was cool and these people weren't the scum of the earth that lied to us to go to war, that taxed the living stuffing out of us, that sacrificed other people's kids for their monetary means, in a real world, America couldn't recover afterwards. She couldn't recover afterwards, especially not with them owning the Federal Reserve. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, Richie, Donald Trump took over. Oh, my. Why is it that 2 years ago I said Trump was only put in power to oversee the collapse of the dollar? And then a year ago, after he was on the cover of The Economist, I said, King Trump. And now the mainstreams, the dollar's junk. They're only keeping it up until everybody's in place to deal with the blowback. And the mainstream's literally running King Trump. Yeah, things are going on. Things are going on. And it's going to get ugly. They're just getting started. They're not going to let go now unless there was a mass awakening. And there is not one happening. It appears to be quite the opposite. All right, you can go. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Maybe I can screen share this like normal. And I can't. Can I? I can. Awesome. South Carolina Executive Department. When was this? This was yesterday. South Carolina goes lockdown and then an executive order to back it up, which gives them all sorts of phenomenal powers to arrest you. You see, you can travel right now, but they're passing the executive orders and laws right now so they can enforce you not moving. So these guys, I mean, they're gonna make America do something, even if it's just shit her pants. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna make her do something. What goes around comes around. Remember all those videos before all this happened when I said, all those wars we went to for no reason that were huge lies and 1 million people died and people were cheering USA? It's coming home to roost. It's exactly what happens. Mike Decker, have I used how many times have you seen me say, I can't use this? This is just fear porn. There's nobody behind it. How much vetting have I done?
Every day, several million times.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. Totally ridiculous. This is all coming from, yeah, see you later, jerk off. This is all coming from you guys. And a lot of you guys apparently have some serious credentials. So is ready to what? Is ready to receive patients. Nice. That's great. Even though the hospitals are dead empty, like that guy that said the Democrats did this. They're lying about the amount of people. The hospitals are empty. You know what I'm saying? The triage units are empty. Exactly, Vermont. They're going to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. How does it feel to have your duly elected government telling you can't leave your house, even though every single day, if you bother to look, you can discover what I've been saying all along. It's a mild flu. The thing that they're showing under a microscope as the COVID-19 virus is an exosome that is naturally found in your body. The doctors are showing it. It's getting out there, which means they got to go to the next level. But fortunately, April begins tomorrow. April Fool's Day, Oklahoma City, Boston, April is their favorite month. They fleece the sheep every year anyways, voluntarily, but most people don't know that. So get ready, because every state that shuts down, somebody in the background is filing all this paperwork right here, all of it, to make everything that they're saying stick. They're not going to pull it out. They're going to wait till everybody is in line. Well, we're not going to shut the whole country down, except, 80% of it shut down now. But now they're passing the laws. This just happened in the last few days. It's going to take time. And fortunately, Americans are giving them time. This is really sad to watch this go down without a fight. You see what I mean? You see this right here? Stand by. I'm sorry, Mike. You're a good butler. Mike's a good butler. He's a good guy. Mike's the exact 100% opposite of me in many ways, except he is an infantry soldier. So we got that going. You see this? You see that somebody's saying, stop sex trafficking. It's amazing. Really? Are you going to do that now? We might have our own little thing going. I mean, sex trafficking is horrible, but nice. You're my neighbor. I'm not home. I'm stuck in Wyoming. It looks like they're going to pull the drawbridge up right now. Oh, the health scare system is run by the mafia. Well, the mafia is the government, and it's even worse than that. Let's not put any name tags on it. You know what I'm saying? New Year tomorrow. I hear you. I'm with you. I'm with you. But check this out. Isn't this phenomenal? Governor signs an executive order in Virginia. Remember Virginia? Didn't they just have a real big, according to them, successful, you can't take our guns, except they weren't allowed to carry their guns and they had to stand in the free speech zones and everything else. Well, here you go. This is a good one. He wants you all to stay home till June 4th, and they're passing the laws to back it up. So there's that. It just gets, every single solitary day, it just gets just a little bit more fun. Here's a link right here on that ship that's full of who knows what in New York City, probably COVID-19, who knows. But I showed you the video this morning. I'll show you this right now. The World Health Organization that started this whole thing did a live stream yesterday, and they said, everybody staying home has helped slow the disease down. But now we need to start going door to door. Okay? You might want to listen to this or not, whatever. You gotta listen the whole 10 minutes. We might need to go door to door. Starts at 11:55 in minutes. So he's right there. And remove people safely and with dignity, because he thinks the coronavirus is hiding in families. So that's the next step. That was yesterday. And then more laws come out. Do you see what I'm saying? They're slow rolling it and people are buying it. You will only get what you allow them to do. And apparently everyone's allowing everything to happen. It's literally heartbreaking, but it's more than a gun grab. It's everything. It's the whole enchilada. The whole enchilada all at one time. Enchiladas have chicken in them.
There's chicken.
I don't like chicken.
Pork. You can have whatever you want.
I don't know why they would put chicken in Mexican food. That's weird. Never mind. I'm doing a live stream.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Stand by. All right. Let me do this. What else can I open up here? I got a million tabs and I can't open any of them, which is phenomenal. All right. Here we go. Here's the new thing. This is from Chicopee, Massachusetts. Beginning April 1st, Chicopee, Massachusetts, only 200 people will be allowed in Walmarts at a time. I'm sure that will be nationwide. That explains why they started putting gates in at Walmart when you walked in with a person standing there monitoring you. And Walmart management and associates, our compliance officers, along with the health board, are visiting to make sure that everyone's staying 6 feet apart and no more than 200 people in a store at a time. Chicopee Police Department. Phenomenal. What could go wrong? That's awesome. Let's take a look. Here we go. Another papers, please, because they're still passing them out, because they're still doing this and it ain't here yet. Anyone that thinks that or is telling you that is either delusional or a disinfo agent, period. This is Rhode Island. Woman pulls into her neighborhood school and the National Guard and what appears to be FEMA guys in a circle having a meeting. Awesome. Nothing to see here. There's no troops on the ground. Where are the tanks on the borders? They're not there yet. Dum-dum. Okay? Stick to gangbanging. You see what I mean? So am I a little pissed off about that? Hell yeah. Did I fall for it? Literally, to me, if he mentioned it or thought it, that's one thing. Mentioned it or thought it, that's one thing. But he's had my number the whole time. Could have called me anytime, but he just starts telling you guys, there's nothing here. Nothing's going on. Everything's fine. Yeah, all these pictures, I'm just, It's all nothing. There's always National Guard at playgrounds behind schools meeting. And those aren't guards. Guards actually wear their BDUs, their camouflage, desert tan, or woodland green. Those dudes look more like FEMA dudes, and that's exactly what you can expect. They didn't build this giant FEMA monster, DHS monster, to not use. You'll be meeting it soon. Sorry to say it, but you've been warned. Here's the deal. Pray to the Father above through his Son, his only begotten Son, and believe in him. Ask him to fill you with the Holy Spirit. Ask him to give you discernment. Ask him to tell you if I'm in any way misleading you by showing you the mainstream and what every single one of your fellow subscribers that has credentials. Sorry, guys. They're send it to me. You know what I mean? So there's that. There's that. Are the chips full of blue hats? I don't know. And the police in Cecil County, which is Maryland, are going to start enforcing, step by step, inch by inch. This is how they're going to do it, period. And the beauty part about this is I told you this is how they're going to do it because it makes sense militarily. You cannot run into the United States and start kicking down doors. It ain't going to work. You got to get them to go inside there and then open the door for you. And they will. They will. You see what I mean? It just keeps creeping every single solitary day. This is the roundtable I did with Dr. Kaufman and Jason Lindgren from Secrets of Saturn. I haven't posted it on my channel yet, but it's right here if you want to watch it. He just basically explains what I kind of figured. They're gonna find you're gonna be positive no matter what, because what they're calling COVID is actually an exosome inside your body. Look it up. It's easy to see. And ironically enough, what they're going to call COVID in your body, which is actually already something in there, an exosome actually helps fight diseases. And they're going to tell you have a disease. Up will be down, down will be up. Woe to those that call good evil and evil good. Seriously. Because if we ain't there right now, I don't know what to tell you whatsoever at all. Anyone that doesn't see this, now does this make sense? The doomsday clock, does it make sense now that they moved it? We didn't even see that, did we? It's the closer than ever. Yeah. Yep. So enjoy it while you can, but don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Look how absolutely effed this. I'm embarrassed to be an American. This is pathetic. This is with words. Go inside the house or you get a cold. Don't go to work anymore. Don't do what you enjoy doing anymore. And for those that didn't go along with that, now they're passing laws and they're getting ready to enforce it. I mean, it's obvious at any rate. At any rate. Too bad you don't want videos. I like to show you my yeah, because I got all the time in the world to sit here and go through how many, 2,000-3,000 emails and pick out what's actually legit and what's actually just fear porn or nonsense. I will. Yeah, there. It's all to distract you from the sky. I love people. You're the best. At any rate, let me look through the comments real. Their time is short. Our time is short. Its time is short. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. So I hope that's sarcasm where you say, I'm afraid. Where did that girl go or person go? Whomever. Someone just said, I'm afraid. Don't be afraid. Seriously. Do not be afraid. Exactly. I'm trying. I am trying. Indeed. It's serious. That's what's been pissing me off the entire time. Told people a scary story and they ran in house. I said that this morning, Mr. Mensa, 80%. All of this is predicated on a lie. All of it. All of it. Other countries ran in the house because I would too, because you know that you better go in the house or America's coming. Do you guys want democracy? And they all ran in the house. But what's our excuse? What's our excuse? America. Fuck yeah. Yeah. How'd that work out? At any rate, guys, real quick. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. In Jesus' precious name I pray. Richie from Boston, Mike Decker on the modifications. We're out. I wasn't